Hey, what's happening today? We are taking a look at some knife fighting stuff, just some basics here. And I got my brother with me. It's always a good time to be able to knife fight with my brother.
There you go.
All right, so you can find a training partner anywhere if you got somebody that's willing to do a little bit of work.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna be using our training knives. If you don't have training knives, you head over to CollegeCenter.com and go get yourself a pair. But in the meanwhile, while you're waiting for them to be shipped to your house, go to your kitchen, go into your silverware drawer, and go grab 2 spoons, and those will be your training knives. All right, let's get to it. Have some fun.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so first up, let's start off with the basics here. When we're looking at the knife fighting in Kali, the biggest error that most people think of when they're thinking about knife fighting or knife defense is if my brother attacks me, say with this angle 1, a lot of people will want to block this and then feed it back right here. The problem with the blocks is that, well, one, I'm not doing anything destructive against the person that's attacking me. I'm being very passive here. I'm putting my limb out here. But what happens if he was just like, he heard a noise and turned around and just decided to pull his knife and just cut me, right? So like there's so many things that he can do very aggressively while I'm trying to do this passive thing. The other thing is that we don't always know how our opponent is going to attack us. So what we want to do is we want to change the psychology of the situation. Instead of him attacking me and me being like, oh no, I have to stop this thing, I want to change the psychology that when he attacks me, I attack him. And so anything that starts coming at me becomes a target. So in some Filipino martial arts, they call this defanging the snake. It's like this is the snake, and the weapon is the fang of the snake, and then when you cut that, right, then the fang is then released. And some styles call it defanging the snake. We just call it largo. And this is really the true disarm because you're disarming the opponent. So if I'm going to just put this into a drill format, yes, I did say we're not going to know how people attack us, but in the beginning, because this is a beginning training here, we're going to start off with a simple numbering striking pattern, which is our angle 1, down our angle 2, up our angle 3, up our angle 4, and then we can put in this angle 5. Once you're training that and you can get it down in order, then you can start mixing it up and play around with different angles and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strike these angles, and my brother's just going to take the hand. He's going to cut the hand. So let's go nice and slow here. So here's the 1, he cuts the hand. The 2, he cuts the hand. The 3, he cuts the hand. The 4, he cuts the hand. And then the 5, he's got options. He can cut the hand from either side. And that's something that you get to play around with. Now, the other thing that we want to make sure that we're paying attention to is range. What you don't want to have happen is that as you're cutting the hand, you're too close, and this is going to go through and cut you anyways. So you do want to make sure that if you have to, use a little bit of footwork and make sure that you're out of the way. So you want to just move back slightly and cut the hand. If I'm coming in, you want to move back slightly and cut the hand. Just make sure that you're out of range. Right there, and right there, and right there. And so sometimes it's fun to train in this kind of closed environment like this, because you got to get a little creative with moving around. So I'm going to just do a quick round here. I'm going to keep attacking my brother, and he's going to keep cutting my hand. Let's see how it goes. All right, so just make sure you don't get cut in the process. And you can cut a couple different ways. Right now we're doing what's called meeting the force, where he's colliding with the force. Another way that it happens is he might be on a backhand, so you're going to be there, and then we have the following of the force right there. Now, if I'm on my 2, you're going to come upwards, boom, right there. That's it, and boom.
Okay.
Yep, it
Either
doesn't
way.
matter. It doesn't even matter there. So you're either going to meet the force or you're going to follow the force, but either way, either side that you're on, just remember the one thing: cut the hand, and just make sure you're out of range so you don't get hit. Let's do it again. And you might have to kind of move over there. That's it. And you just start nice and easy. Let's see if I can start getting him a little bit here. Let's see if I can get him.
Oh no.
That's
Yep.
it. Boom,
And then
right
boom.
there. Now I'm going to give you one more variation of the drill that's going to advance it just a little bit. sometimes we might have to do a little bit of guidance with the left hand. So this time my brother's gonna attack me, and I might have to scissor it here. Use the left hand here as I cut that hand. You never know what position you're gonna be in. If my knife is available and he attacks, I can just get the cut. Sometimes, maybe I missed something, but it's coming back again, and I might just have to pass this really quick. And other times, I might be able to use both there. So we want to train both hands to be able to operate. So let's take a look. He attacks the 1, he attacks the 2, he attacks the 3, he attacks the 4, and then he attacks the 5 right there. Okay, so let's go and go through that a couple times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Some styles will call that a gunting, a scissoring. Another thing that happens is, go turn you around right here. Sometimes I'm going to cut the hand. I'll give you one more advanced option that if he attacks that, you can thrust also into the arm as well. It takes a little more skill to thrust. The cut is the best place to begin. So those are your options. Basic cutting the hand. If I attack, he cuts. Boom, he cuts. He cuts. He cuts. He cuts. If he attacks me, I can insert the left hand as well to help guide that cut and make sure you get a good deep laceration, resulting in him hopefully dropping the knife. Most likely that's what happens. So very, very simple. Obviously there's a lot more to knife fighting, especially in Filipino martial arts than just this. But this is a good place if you just starting out in your training and you want to kind of experiment and play around and have some fun in a good beginning place. This is a good spot to do it. Now, if you really want to advance your knife fighting skills and your knife defense skills, head over to KaliCenter.com and go grab my Kali knife fighting course. I've got a discount code down below this video for you. Check it out. It's about 100 video lessons, maybe a little bit over. Got some bonus stuff in there, and it's going to take you through the whole process of the forms on how to handle the knife safely and properly, all the way to what to do in close quarters, what to do at long range, how to bridge the gap, and even some multiple opponent stuff, which is really, really fun. So go check that course out at KaliCenter.com. Got the link down below. And while you're there, go grab yourself a pair of training knives if you need them. And then we'll catch you back here next time. And down below, give a big thanks to my brother.
All right.
It's not always easy to come out here on the cameras and be shooting videos like this. So be sure to give him a thank you down in the comments below. And then we'll catch you back here next time.
All right. Thank y'all.